Good morning, everyone, especially to the young people of our congregation. I haven't gotten to do a time for all ages in what feels like a very long time, but I am so glad to be back here hanging out with you. And I'm going to read you this story. This is a story about Frog and Toad. I imagine a lot of you might know Frog and Toad, and if you don't, it's really good and worth checking out. This is a story called Dragons and Giants. Frog and Toad were reading a book together. "The people in this book are brave," said Toad. "They fight dragons and giants, and they are never afraid." "I wonder if we are brave," said Frog. Frog and Toad looked into a mirror. "We look brave," said Frog. "Yes, but are we?" asked Toad. Frog and Toad went outside. "We can try to climb this mountain," said Frog. "That should tell us if we are brave." Frog went leaping over rocks, and Toad came puffing up behind him. They came to a dark cave. A big snake came out of the cave. "Hello, lunch," said the snake when he saw Frog and Toad, and he opened his mouth wide. Frog and Toad jumped away. Toad was shaking. "I'm not afraid," he cried. They climbed higher, and they heard a loud noise. Many large stones were rolling down the mountain. "It's an avalanche," cried Toad. Frog and Toad jumped away. Frog was trembling. "I'm not afraid," he shouted. They came to the top of the mountain. The shadow of a hawk fell over them. Frog and Toad jumped under a rock. The hawk flew away. "We're not afraid," screamed Frog and Toad at the same time. Then they ran down the mountain very fast. They ran past the place where they saw the avalanche. They ran past the place where they saw the snake. They ran all the way to Toad's house. "Frog, I am glad to have a brave friend like you," said Toad. He jumped into bed and pulled the covers over his head. "And I am happy to know a brave person like you, Toad," said Frog. He jumped into the closet and shut the door. Toad stayed in the bed, and Frog stayed in the closet. They stayed there for a long time, just feeling very brave together. And what I love about this story, and what I think makes this story so interesting and so important, is that Frog and Toad, they say that they're not afraid, but of course we can see that really they are afraid. But they also say that they are brave, and I think that's true, because I think part of being brave means, being brave doesn't mean that you aren't afraid. Being brave means that even when you're afraid, you still do what you need to do. Being brave means that you can do things that scare you if those things are the right thing to do. And also that it's okay to be afraid, and that brave people are all afraid sometimes. And that Frog and Toad have each other. And sometimes when we are afraid and we know we need to be brave, the best thing that we can do is, get a friend with us, get the people that we love, get our parents and our siblings and our families around us and are the members of our congregation. And those people, even if it's just, socially distanced, those are the people who can help us be brave when we need to be. So now I will invite all of the grown-ups to hold up blessing hands towards the young people around you. And if you don't have young people around you, just hold your blessing hands in the air and think about all of the young people from our congregation. And repeat after me as I say, "You are beloved. You are important. You are powerful. Go in peace.